What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the state of the Xbox, mainly how their year's been going up to this point, and also the future. Of course, the remainder of this year and next year, where they got more of their bigger titles coming out next year. Now, Gamescom happened yesterday for, did like a press conference for Gamescom, and honestly, you don't expect a lot out of Gamescom, but many people have trashed Gamescom for Xbox. It was really bad. You don't really, obviously you can still say it's bad, but you don't really have high expectations and for any of these companies going into Gamescom. Now E3 is a different story. You have a bad E3, then you're definitely going to get called out for it, especially when people are expecting you to hit them with big time games. But I'm gonna quickly go into what they showed at Gamescom. Then I'm gonna talk about, of course, some of the other things, such as how they've been doing this year and the future. First thing, Xbox One X can now be pre-ordered. It's calling it the Project Scorpio Edition. As you know, it does come out November 7th, and you can pretty much pre-order anywhere: Amazon, Best Buy. Of course, GameStop's doing some kind of deal. You trade in an Xbox One S, and you get about $200 off. Something like that. I don't know how long they're doing that deal for, but that is there. Also, they showed some bundles. Xbox One S Minecraft edition. It's like a limited edition, and it's pretty well customized. And you have to give them credit. I don't give a shit about Minecraft, but it looks good. From just from the design, you can really tell it's taking that theme of the Minecraft game. Even the controllers custom, so they did a really good job with that custom controller. Well, custom console, I'm sorry, and controller. Next, they showed like a Shadow War bundle, which this one isn't as detailed, and it's just a white Xbox One X. Kind of disappointed with that. Thought they could have went with some different designs on it to kind of symbolize something from the game. There's a lot of different things in the game that they could have put on the console to kind of make it stand out. Maybe there's something, you'll get a decal, but I want it already on the console. From what I've seen, it's just a white Xbox One S. They talked about Design Labs being open, it's going to be available in more markets. Design Labs is where you can make your controllers. You can make some pretty good, cool controllers. And as you can see, from a hardware standpoint, I feel as though they're doing a good job coming out with different bundles. You got the Xbox One X coming out November 7th, and you have different controllers. Next, they talked about Game Pass. Don't really care about Game Pass, but it is something that's there, and I think they've handled it well. They just have to put more different games on it, which original Xbox games are coming, so that's gonna be a thing. But I think that's going to be on backwards compatible. Who knows what they're going to do with Game Pass and how well it's going to work heading into the future. Next, they showed, of course, they did show some games. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which comes out Xbox One later this year. Halo 5 is going to get 4K support on the Xbox One X. Halo Wars 2 is going to get DLC. They talked about Record Definitive Edition. Didn't mention anything about Resolution, but it's gonna get HDR support. It's gonna have more content. Then of course they show other games. Forza Motorsport 7, which is probably their biggest game. Well, it is their biggest game coming out this year. Crackdown 3, which unfortunately got pushed into next year. It's supposed to launch with the damn console, and they got pushed to next year. Super Lucky Tale, Sea of Thieves, which also is a game that's coming out next year, and Cuphead, which comes out September 29th. Now, what I want to get into. Well, first, do you agree with people who've been saying this is Xbox's worst year in terms of software? I don't think people are going to say in terms of hardware, just with the Xbox One X coming out. But in terms of software, that's what they've been saying is their worst year. I can't necessarily say, just looking at this list, what I'm looking at right now, I haven't gone back and looked at the other years in terms of, you have to go all the way back to original Xbox. So I haven't gone back and looked at that, but it's definitely up there. This is a really bad year. Crackdown 3 really weakened their exclusive lineup coming out this year. Now, they had Halo Wars 2 coming out earlier this year. That came out earlier this year. Still got Forza Motorsport 7. You still got Super Lucky's Tale that comes out this year. I don't give a damn about that game, but it is a game. It does have an audience, so I'm not gonna completely knock it because there's people that's interested in that game. And you have Cuphead, which isn't necessarily, it's not a retail game. It's probably gonna be $15-20. So those are like some of the games you can really call out. That's been some other ones. I think Phantom Dust, but that was like a free game. So that's pretty much it. What Microsoft needs, they need a new big exclusive. Quantum Break didn't work out the way they wanted to, and then that was unfortunate. They just didn't seem to put the effort into it. But they need a really big first party game to get people interested in their exclusives. You still got your Halo 5, you still got your Gears. Those games are going to be big. Now, they've kind of diminished in terms of their notoriety, but still really big games. People still look forward to playing them when they come out. But I think they need that new, fresh, big exclusive. Nintendo done it. Sony's done it this generation. Xbox really needs to do that this generation to really improve their exclusive lineup, because they've been really struggling recently. And they haven't done their Xbox One X any favors. Crackdown 3 gone. What big game are you gonna come out? You're gonna rely just on third parties? They needed something to come out, exclusive to come out with the Xbox One X, and Crackdown should have been that game. I, for one, I may get Crackdown. I possibly planned on getting it, but it wasn't something I was hyped for. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think this is the Xbox brand's worst year? And what do you think about their Gamescom? Like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.